Nice. All right. I'm starting to get a full picture of the
Yeah.
shape of this platform and how to use it. So, we're uploading CSV files, so that the platform can get a sense of what our data are like. That allows it to create these kind of baseline distributions or baseline embeddings, and then we can be monitoring in production. And if some production issue happens, then there's alarms going off, emails, texts,
There's
PagerDuty
alarms
alerts.
and there's where we're pointing the finger. We're saying this is where it's happening in your data.
Mm, mhm.
And then what we're also able to do with some of our unstructured capabilities is export the data as well. So I think Xander's going to be talking more about our open source offering, which the capabilities there are also what you get from the Arize platform and our unstructured. But with all the clustering and the unstructured data, you can actually lasso certain points and export them. And teams can use this for labeling, retraining, but essentially, teams want to know where in the data the problem is and be able to see exactly how much that data is influencing the platform. So you can isolate, you can filter on those, whether it's metadata, whether it's a certain class, whether it's just a few like IDs, it's a location. You could filter on each one of those and see how much it's actually impacting performance. Like, is performance going down 2% when we isolate this data? So it's that isolation aspect that is the difference between ML observability and ML monitoring. Because ML monitoring is kind of like the tip of the iceberg. Like, you definitely need that. But if you want to actually avoid these models going down, you need to have that second set of saying, where is this problem and how do I solve it?
Got it. Yeah, so that is, I guess I wasn't in my head aware that those 2 words weren't synonyms. So
Mhm.
I might have thought that ML monitoring and ML
Yeah.
observability were the same thing. But okay, so ML monitoring is like somebody could have a we could have a screen in the office with like a bunch of charts of like performance over time, or these distributions over time and how they're changing, but that requires somebody to be like keeping an eye on it. And you're like, uh-oh. But with ML observability, it's automatically keeping an eye for you.
Right, right. And when you mention those screens, it makes me think of like the stock market and the stock exchange, and you'd have everything going on. And unless you're constantly looking at it all the time, just having something in place like a stop limit, so you know what's happening, what you know where your limits are, and so you could set those for your models. Like,
Hmm.
anytime this goes down 2%, it affects our KPIs, our profitability goes down $10 million. And so relating those to business metrics, you can
Mhm.
have those in place.